So now let me ask you,
Yes.
why hasn't your 13 or 14 PAP Malay MPs ever thought of this?
Podcast ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh KHALIFA Realtors. Biasanya banyak masalah akan timbul dalam proses penjualan atau membeli rumah di Singapura.
Masalah HFE, loan, grant, cash ataupun faraid. Senang cakap, masalah-masalah ini memang takkan habis.
Ya, memang ada beribu ejen hartanah di Singapura. Tetapi kenapa KHALIFA Realtors? Kerana dorang berpengalaman lebih dari 20 tahun. Dorang sangat profesional. Dorang akan membimbing anda dalam penjualan dan pembelian rumah anda seperti seorang Khalifah.
Dorang juga akan jaga hati klien dorang walaupun ada klien yang sangat leceh. Dan yang paling penting, dorang selalu angkat Top Agent Award setiap tahun.
Dah tak perlu fikir-fikir lagi nak pakai ejen yang mana. Hubungi KHALIFA Realtors di talian
8892-5882.
Ikuti socials kami di Facebook, Instagram dan TikTok @KHALIFA Realtors.
KHALIFA Realtors, kita kasih settle.
Sorry. Jom ah. KAHTEL 100 on the gas, I try to roll. Takkan silap kata bila go. Flex up on them collars, money shows. Dulu tak ada orang mention, sekarang semua on attention. We on the road, cari beras. Dapat sesuap pun tak berkeras. Keraskan hatiku, kerjakan mimpi dan lost on my peers at the pain in the past. No, I'm not sorry for knowing my worth. The blood that I've lost for a dream that I earned. It's for what you think, I'ma speak on my mind till the day that I die. It's KAHTEL till it burns. I know I'm different, I'm on my own way. Round my cakap, let's get it, tapi semua swerve. Banyak suka tembak nama, suka buang masa. Apa korang nak church? I got some people that's praying, hoping the shit that I'm on takkan last, I'm a servant. Saya nasib pun tak ada orang pasal untuk korang tengok. Sekarang was the word, sekarang kita
But I guess the other candidates are actually quite scared that they lose their deposit because it is really quite a huge hoo-ha. Like it is straight racist, right? I mean, it's like Trump saying the N word on a national TV, in which technically that girl actually did. She said the K word.
I don't want to comment on that, but I want to highlight one point. Casual racism is prevalent in Singapore.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because I feel like I mean, especially people like us, we experience it. Yeah.
So what happens is that for me personally, I've faced a lot. So let's not hide.
Right.
This is the reason why we need to have a fresh perspective on how we manage race relations. I've always, coming from my background, I've always mixed with the majority, right? So we must always stay one united people, of course. But the government also plays a very important part in not trying to segregate us, to make us work together, right? So this is very important.
Yeah.
And casual racism, I think, is a no-no lah.
Yeah. And talking about minorities, actually in in your manifestos, right? Either your manifesto or what you want to do for Singaporeans, you actually mentioned that you would like to speak for the Malay community to make sure that they have a fair and equal job opportunity.
Where do you read this?
Online.
Oh, have
Is it published? So far, I'm waiting to say that in my rally actually.
damn. How?
So no. It's okay. So what happens is this, right?
I thought I was misguided. I thought it was fake. So it's real lah, right? I'm reading correctly, right?
I'm not sure. It's not out. No.
It's out, sir.
Huh?
It's out. Or not, where did I get this information?
Okay, no. What I'm saying is this, right? The job opportunities, right, must be given fair across all races.
Okay.
Right? Fair and equal. Otherwise, if there's any stratification, right, it will not be good for the country. That's why in the PSP manifesto slogan, it's progress for all. So regardless, I'm not just talking about Malays. If you are Indian or Chinese or whatever race, and nowadays we have many mixed races, you must be given fair employment opportunities. Right? Regardless.
Do you have examples, Mr. Lucky?
No, it's not about giving you example. But what I'm saying is that we have TAFEP, right? TAFEP has already covered like women, whatever. What we need to do is maybe we can have something that can cover race as well. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the PAP believes in meritocracy, meritocracy basically means the best person wins, right?
Yeah.
Take up the job.
Yeah.
So focus on meritocracy to the core.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from though, this one. Because like, I mean, kind of like a bit like HDB, right? Where you have actually racial quotas.
Ethnic quotas.
Yeah, ethnic quotas. I feel like if you apply that to jobs, it will benefit actually a lot of people. Because I have heard stories of racism happening in job interviews and so on and so forth, and how Malays, I only heard it for the Malays are losing job because they think that their employers are racist.
Okay, I cannot comment on what you've shared, but let me give you an example. Now it's like almost 28 years down the road, right?
Right.
My first job, I was interviewed by 4, right? 2 of them rejected me. Of course, it's a series of interviews. 2 of them rejected me. One guy, because he's from my alumni, Anglo-Chinese school, he thought of neutral.
Okay.
Means he didn't support, no object.
Right.
But the HR manager, Mr. Yusof Ismail, decided to push that I be employed. I was the only Malay in a cohort of 11
Oh.
for my first job. And I'm grateful because if he had not opened that door for me, I would not have been able to live a dignified life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dignified.
The other thing also on this topic, right, that you mentioned, it's out of service. I swear you said this.
Yeah.
So I wrote my own notes. To build a network for business and educational excellence among the Malay community and create funds for startups and microfinancing for small businesses.
I think it's leaked, Yeah. So I'm
So
saying
is it
that.
good to
When is your ready, sir?
Yeah,
we release
can
this
discuss.
after you're
We can
ready, lah.
discuss. No, we
Yeah.
can. No, it's okay. Doesn't matter.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's leaked, I think.
it's-
Nobody, even video also, no got leaked.
Okay. You know who I support, right? So they link all these.
So yeah, I think okay. So what happens is this, right? Look at
Sorry to cut you, sir. Where you get that information, bro?
Online. So I actually did a lot of research on you.
Are you
and
sure
I
online? You try to check a bit. Is it online?
Serious? I just in my notes I just got information of you.
You
and
take out the microphone now. That one direct from PA, right?
Okay, sir.
okay, this is my point, right? Okay.
Yes.
So this is pertaining to Mendaki or any Malay Muslim organization, right?
Okay.
Now we know job opportunities may not be abundant for our Malay youth,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
So like what I said just now, if you are being pushed out of the job market, the alternative is to be business owners, entrepreneurs, right? But the way I see it, coming from a business background and coming from an investor's background,
Right.
I see that the young entrepreneurs do not have access to capital,
Oh, yes.
Okay.
funding,
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funding.
right? So what I'm saying is that this is an area where the current PAP Malay MPs have not even talked about. I think there was something about Mendaki Sense, but I think it closed.
I think
So
they have a Spring Singapore.
No, I'm talking about Malay.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think there was Mendaki Sense, but somehow it died down.
Yeah.
So my idea is that back when I was studying in the 80s, Mendaki was a game changer. Mendaki tuition scheme was a game changer because the majority race had money to go for private tuition.
Right.
So Mendaki was set up as a leveler to provide tuition for the Malays.
Okay.
So that both get tuition, so you compete in the exams fairly.
Right.
But over time, our education, we've managed to come up. Not that our students are not smart. Not that our Malay students are not smart. They are. They have come up. But somehow, there's no job opportunity for whatever reason. Right?
Yeah.
So they have leveled up, closed up on the education, but still no job. The issue is if you have no job, your economic status will remain low.
Yes.
That's why in terms of household income, Malays are the lowest. So what I'm saying is change. Look into, we have to think out of the box, change the Mendaki Charter.
Okay.
Right? We have excess funds from the investments. They've accumulated funds over the years. I'm sure they have interest. So they have this returns on investment. Use these funds to actually do 2 things. Set up a venture capital kind of fund for those Malay businesses who are going to expand. rapidly.
Like for example, kau perhal lah, example.
Not maybe
our
maybe,
podcast,
maybe.
for
Okay,
example,
I'm not sure. Okay, must look at the criteria. Basically, like a venture capital level, not even private equity is higher. Okay, so that we can those already stable businesses, we lift them up because we don't have access to capital markets.
Right.
And then for the lower end of our entrepreneurs, set up microfinancing. This is something that they've not thought of. For example, if I want to set up a Ramadan stall or set up a small stall going pisang, I don't have money because I come from a poor background, underprivileged.
Right.
We give you 10,000. You do it.
Okay.
So this is something that is different,
Oh,
trying to help the Malays economically.
that's quite a good idea actually.
Yeah.
So they
It
are
is a
facing
very
that.
good
Our community is facing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think especially in this time of age,
Yeah.
where side gigs after COVID, you realize a lot of Malays have a lot of side gigs.
Yeah.
So like you look at Mango Ball School and everything. I mean, it started from nothing. Now everybody is trying to have side gigs.
Yep.
So I think if this is implemented at this time of age, I think it's going to be very good.
So now let me ask you,
Yes.
why hasn't your 13 or 14 PAP Malay MPs ever thought of this? If you vote me into parliament, just one Malay opposition MP, and I'm not even taking the seat from a Malay GRC,
Yeah.
I'm a bonus,
Okay.
I'm not taking a Malay GRC seat, I'm a bonus. Put me in, and I'll overshadow all those whoever there, 10 or 11.
No. For this, actually,
yeah.
for that two things that I brought up, there's something I really like about what you said, and I think like Malay people should support you because this really makes sense. And coming from like all like entrepreneurs, and like finding funds is one of the hardest things to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even finding sponsors for the podcast is one of the hardest
Yeah,
things.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there is some kind of support, and to those, I have worked a 9 to 5 for a very long time in my life. I know for a fact I give $5 to $10 to Mendaki every month. And I don't know where this money goes. I don't know where the money goes. Yeah.
I tell you, if you have accumulated funds for so long, you keep it, right? Versus you have those funds and you help, there's going to be a multiplier effect.
Yeah.
Because the money is working and not sitting, right? So why don't people think of this?
Mendaki give us back our money lah.
No,
Banyak
but I'm not saying even taking Mendaki funds, which the original charter is for education. I'm saying about the returns.
Yeah.
The returns. They may slam me for this, but this is something for us to sit with them and discuss on how we can do it. I know the guys from the old MPs who set up Mendaki. I know them personally.
Right.
So I told them, yes, at that time you guys were the game changers.
Yeah.
You guys had this innovative idea. But now it's my time. Because I see even with education, we are not getting good jobs. Then let's go into businesses. If you learn social economic theory, the migrants when they came in, when they did not have jobs, they always start businesses. And businesses is the best social leveler.
Right.
Because you don't need to be smart, but you just need to be entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Not every one of us Malays are good academically. Why not we tap? But I have full conviction, I have full confidence in our Malay youth.
Okay.
It is just untapped.
Right.
Right? So we empower them. We cannot sit. I like to use this Malay word. Ditakuk lama.
Okay.
Alamak.
Betul.
Tak boleh. Finish already. You continue voting those Malay PAP MPs, you will not go anywhere. Trust me. And it is on record. I tell you, 10 years down the road, you come back. I come back and tell you, I'll check. Okay, check.
Right.
But not for MP Zaki because I like him.
Yes, Zaki is good. But Zaki is good. I also like him. Right? Because I invited him to be the guest of honor for my Ultimate Satria Championship.
Oh, I see.
The Metro MMA.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that a good person put into a big system won't make a difference.
Oh, she understand, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
You need like
I'm
10 good
outside the
people,
system.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bonus.
Bagus.
Bonus in the parliament.
Kita ada lagi 5 minit. We have another 5 minutes. I
Yeah.
think just want to ask you, this is the final base quoted on your manifesto.
Threatening democracy and political institution. PSP believe that Singaporeans should be able to freely discuss and debate their views to make Singapore a better place. Now, based on your experience, do you find that it's hard to have a free discussion here in Singapore? Why is it so?
Just go Hong Lim Park lah.
Now, to be fair, right? To be fair, Singapore has actually evolved, right? And now is giving us more space for political discourse and discussion. Right? We have to admit that because we are no longer in the Lee Kuan Yew era.
Right.
And I don't disagree with Lee Kuan Yew for being tight on that. Because in that era, it has to be there. Right? And after that, my favorite, then after that go Chok Tong, and my favorite is always Lee Hsien Loong.
Right.
Because when Lee Hsien Loong took over, the minority also have a bit more room.
Yeah.
Right? And then now we've got Lawrence Wong. Hopefully, he can continue the legacy of Lee Hsien Loong. So I appeal to the government, now that we are on air,
Yes.
right? Continue on this path of giving us space for political discussion. Because at the end of the day, even us from the alternative, especially PSP, I cannot speak for the other alternative parties, we are here to contribute and work together with the government for the betterment of Singaporeans. That's the only reason. Truth be told, I also don't need to run. Right? I'm okay. But I'm okay on my own. I just drive around and do my own things, travel here and there.
Bukit Timah
rich
some more.
lah.
No, I grew up in Bukit Timah. I don't
Grow
stay
in Bukit Timah. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, like that lah.
Sorry, Mr. Lucky.
He rich, you know.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that, look, but if I don't step up,
Yeah.
and if every single there are many more Malays more qualified than me. Honestly, I have friends who are much, much more qualified, but they don't step up. So the least qualified ones step up. But at least somebody dares to step up.
Yeah, of course.
And then maybe I can effect some change to show the Malays that there's some courage in me, right, to help our own community.
Wow,
Balls of
it
steel.
really touched my heart,
Yeah.
Mr. Sumarleki, seriously.
Balls of steel. You gotta support.
No. The other thing that I really like
Yes.
is okay, last one. Okay. In your manifesto, you are proposing to do a millennial apartment scheme. Now, if you guys are a millennial, you guys need to listen to this.
Millennial
because it's
apartment scheme.
Millennial apartment scheme, which is very good, I feel.
Okay.
For HDB to provide affordable, high quality rental apartments in the CBD and mature estates for young couples or singles to rent for 2 to 5 years.
While waiting for the BTO.
Now, this is a very good idea.
Affordable,
Millennial
Yeah.
housing scheme.
Millennial housing scheme.
but the rental will be affordable for,
Set affordable rent.
but not suitable for families lah.
No, not for families. This is for the transitional.
Oh, damn.
CBD,
So
bro.
they don't have to stay with their parents for
No,
example.
this is game changer. Why we propose this? Because our total fertility rate is going down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may also be the context where you live and all that. If they have a home of their own, rental, but it's really nice housing,
Right.
near CBD, which is near your workplace,
Yeah.
right? Or mature estates like Kim Kiat or whatever, right? Then you can have more time for procreation also, right?
Yeah.
Because you work near your home, your office is near your home, you have more time for family, right? And your cost of living is low while waiting for your real BTO.
So for young couples who young couples who got married lah.
Yeah.
What about singles?
Can.
Not possible.
Singles, singles
Yeah,
also.
singles
Wow,
also.
like that deal will take 5 house, yeah?
No, so I think I feel like moving out should be a culture in Singapore. Yeah, because moving out is not a culture in Singapore. And from experience of moving out, right, I feel like I have matured so much after moving out because you don't see the hidden costs.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you go out in a HDB, your share toilet and everything, like soap, the snacks in your house and everything. Not you buy one, but when you move out and then you realize like, oh my god, I have to buy soap, I have to buy snacks. Immediately you mature and then you have to pay your own electricity bills. And everything. So it makes you more mature. Like moving out, one thing, just move out. It makes you more mature. And I feel like Singaporeans only can afford to move out at maybe like 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
I mean, some the lucky ones can move out earlier. So if there is actually affordable homes for millennials only, I think that's very good. Imagine imagine us living with other millennials who are also entrepreneurs.
We'll be more creative, yeah?
Yeah, it's like a co-working space.
Co-working space.
And that's an endorsement coming from a PAP fanboy. Okay, so I give it to him. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I support this one. This one I support.
I only MP Zaki fanboy.
Right, we have come to the end of the episode. Thank you, Mr. Sumarleki.
Want to say anything?
Yeah, please. It's the camera is yours. One,
Yes.
this one.
This one, sir.
Yeah, you can say to whoever that you want to say.
Yep.
This is what I've shared before. I said a life well lived is a life of sacrifice. I step up not for myself or my family. We are okay on our own. But I strongly feel that I need to help uplift, firstly, my Malay community, and secondly, my fellow Singaporeans.
Right.
So that we can have an equal society, a fair, balanced society. Thank you.
Wow, that's a very good. We have a very good episode.
Yeah. Macam tak cukup
Tak cukup macam best. Aku
Actually,
tengok
still talk further.
Aku tengok timeline macam
Yeah.
Then you also like, still aku nak ready. But I think it's a pleasure to have you in our studio. And guys, no more Silat man,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
stop this
Stop,
Silat man.
Silat man,
He
stop.
is now the Malay man.
The
Malay man stand up for all the Malays.
Yes.
Not just Malays. I said Singaporeans also.
Singapore. Yeah.
Later they pick up Malay, they say I'm racist. No, I'm not racist. I work in...
The man who is responsible to try to get you entrepreneurs to get
Yes.
some grants to start your business.
Correct.
He's the guy.
Yes. Dan
No more. Stop the Silat shit. Even though he can do very well, we
Are
don't
you
bring
sure
it
that
up.
he can do very well? Are you sure?
I saw. Wait. Last question. So when you say you're the president of the Silat thing, right? So what does it have to do with like the Singapore Silat team, or it's just
No,
different?
it's my own association. So Silat must... they exist in clubs under their own styles.
Oh, so yours is
I have
performative.
I have 8. Right? So they sit under my umbrella.
Oh, you have eight.
8 clubs.
8 clubs. Oh.
Okay.
I obviously, you guys are not Silat people.
So
So
I'm from Ishar Seri Silat Seti Hati.
So ESA is one perguruan
Yeah.
under ESA association.
Right.
So my association has got 8 of SHAs.
like MLM MLM. Okay.
Silat saya tak buat. Jilat saya buat.
Kita akan pergi ke lain kesempatan guys. Jangan ke mana-mana. Kita bersama dengan teman-teman penaja. Dan all the best Mr. Sumarleki.
Okay, thank you.
Ciao, salam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much.
Kami bersama dengan teman-teman penaja KHALIFA. Alright. Jom, topik ada di TikTok nampaknya hyperaktif.
Memang betul Bobby.
Ya,
Tapi
saya.
sebelum itu kita akan teruskan dengan mungkin kita akan beritahu tentang apakah talian yang kita boleh hubungi.
Ya, saya.
KHALIFA talian dia adalah 88925882 88925882 dan anda boleh ikuti social media platform mereka, Facebook, Instagram dan juga TikTok @KHALIFA Realtors. Nah, sekarang ini kita bersama dengan KHALIFA Realtors, iaitu Fazal Hanafi,
Terima
Malik
kasih.
Sani dan juga Kai. Ada banyak wow. Macam gitu bro kan? Baik kan? Fake kan?
Yelah, tapi dulu radio tak dengar. Orang tak nampak kau. Orang dengar je.
Banyak soalan-soalan telah pun diberikan oleh pendengar-pendengar Kawan Hal yang betul-betul ingin, mereka betul sangat minat dengan KHALIFA Realtors ni.
Ya. Dan mereka adalah ejen yang bertauliah yang berkhidmat di dalam real estate ni selama 20 tahun.
Betul, Bobby. Klise kan? Betul geli kan?
Pasal dulu tak ada visual.
Jadi berbual macam gini lah.
Okay.
Satu soalan dulu daripada Prima Donna Collections. Beliau tanya apa ni, my current 2 room BTO ada 5 tahun MOP. Then I can opt out my name to apply a new flat ke tak? Boleh appeal tak?
Kaizi, silakan.
Dia cakap I applied before I got married.
Okay.
Dia apply now. I married with 2 kids and staying with my mom cause my name cannot.
Okay, not.
Ni ada sambung kat belakang. Cannot opt out yet.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. Any advice?
Okay.
So I understand from the message I saw that the unit diorang move in baru 1 year.
Betul.
So 1 year ni usually to sell before MOP we need at least 3 years. If you write into HDB now, takut you tak boleh.
Asal?
Kejap.
Kejap. Asal
Aku sekarang dengar.
Itu kerusi. Kerusi sama.
Dia juga.
Kira Kai kalau apa-apa mesti Kai tau. Dia tengah berbual bunyi pernafasan tak ada bunyi kerusi.
Tak, tadi pernafasan kau dah salahkan Kai tau. Sekarang bunyi kerusi siapa boleh tanya. Kau tanya. Oh, kau tak?
Mana aku tahu. Apa masalah kau ni? Okey, sekian. Terima kasih.
Okey Kai, silakan.
Itulah. Apa aku jawab ni? Ya, aku tak ingat.
Pasal
Okay,
nak
sorry.
appeal lah. Kalau appeal lah kena
kalau
tunggu 3 tahun.
usually for cases yang nak appeal before MOP kan, we always advise to start appealing 3 years after you moving in lah. So that means left 2 years to your to meeting your MOP. Okay. Kalau 1 year, high chance, very very slim chance for you to get. You may write in, but there will be other repercussions. For example, maybe you kena seller stamp duty. Because you are staying like less than 2 years.
Right.
Less than 1 year.
Oh, kalau appeal lah.
I mean, if you successfully get,
dapat
you may be liable for SSD.
I see.
Seller stamp duty.
Different department.
Okay.
Itu under IRAS.
Yes,
Itu
yeah.
pun nak kena appeal juga.
Ya, bagus.
So 0 to 1 year, let's say for example korang tinggal 1 tahun kan, 0 to 1 year is 12%. 1 to 2 years is 8%. 2 to 3 years is 4%.
Right.
So for example dia dapat jual second year, she's going to incur this 8% seller stamp duty, which you will
Seller stamp duty of the price of the house.
selling price of the house.
So if let's say kalau selling price is 450,000
Ini
times 4%,
turun maybe letak 300,000 lah. So that means kalau 8% dah berapa?
8% of 300K
dah
lah.
berapa? So it's quite a lot. So rugi. So cash proceed, and it's a bit tough. I'm sorry to say, it's very hard for you to actually appeal for it. It's a bit too early for you to appeal.
Right.
Maybe you can rough it out for another 2 years. Then you can come and meet us again. InsyaAllah we can write an appeal letter for you.
Tapi dia cakap my mom already paid fully.
Even though it's fully paid pun, you still have to satisfy the MOP.
The minimum occupation period.
Yep.
Wah, ini yang kena tahu kerja jadi ejen kena tahu ni benda tau semua.
Ya. Kenalah. Kau pun kena tahu. Nanti kau nak pass lagi 30%.
Mana dia tahu, dia pass satu paper je.
Aku tengah belajar ni.
Okay.
Belajar sekali lah. Pasal macam Kai dia boleh kasi exact tau, 12%, 8%, 4%.
Yes.
Ni kena tahu Zul.
Ni menunjukkan credibility
Betul-betul
KHALIFA
lah,
Realtors. Yes.
Your mom already paid. Okay, so if let's say even if your mom paid full, okay, you nak keluarkan nama you, if you can, if you want to keluarkan nama you juga, you still have to your mom have to buy over your share.
Right.
So also still need to meet the MOP, the minimum occupation period. You need to fulfill that MOP juga.
Okay.
It doesn't have to tak ada kena-mengena dengan rumah dah habis bayar ke tidak. Yeah.
Can we be a bit more specific? Macam let's say buy over her share bermakna contoh is you're talking about the CPF lah. CPF use dia dekat dalam rumah tu, is it?
Pasal dia dah cakap dia dengan nama mak dia kan. Dia apply dengan mak dia. So let's say dia nak keluarkan nama dia. So mak dia nak kena buy over her share.
Her share,
of apa yang dia beli. Okay, for example.
Let's say tenancy agreement is 50-50.
Apa yang tenancy
agreement?
Salah.
Macam mana kau nak buat asset macam gini? Padatlah kau fail.
Salah. Bukan tenancy agreement.
Option to purchase.
Option to purchase. Bukan. Apa tu nama dia? Bukan tenancy in common, but it's a
joint tenancy.
Joint tenancy kan? Kalau joint tenancy 50-50 lah.
Correct.
Tapi
nature of holding.
Apa?
Nature of holding, joint tenancy ataupun
common. Okay.
But kat sini dia kata dia buy together with the mother. So dia kata dah fully paid in cash. Tapi nak tahu juga dia ada pakai CPF dia tak bayar tu rumah.
Okay.
So if solely the cash and CPF of the mom just taruh nama dia je.
Yeah.
Then I think to keluarkan there's nothing, bayar the admin fee je lah.
Right.
Dia tak ada bayar balik dia punya CPF. She just the second owner je. So we need to know more in detail.
Faizal, pasal dia reply, I see, but my CPF not used, only hers fully.
But she's the joint owner.
But she's the joint
kenapa
owner.
she want to be an owner masa dia apply?
Pasal time tu dia belum kahwin.
Doesn't matter what, because
Yeah,
mak
don't
dia
have
boleh
to,
beli sendiri,
Mak dia
kenapa
seorang
masukkan
boleh.
nama?
It's a
Ya
two-room
tahu
flat.
juga
Kalau dia essential occupier, when dia sell in the future, because mak dia pakai nama dia untuk dapatkan grant, when she wanted to buy with her husband,
Right.
dia kena bayar balik resale levy.
Oh.
So all this you must take into consideration before you purchase. Ask an agent, tanya HDB,
Correct.
what are the consequences, apa yang terbaik, minta orang pendapat. So I don't know about her scenario, how
Correct.
it goes, kenapa jadi macam ni. So the best is Tanya question banyak-banyak lah. Tanya kita.
Tanya kita, message kita.
If not, tanya HDB direct.
Yep.
Okay.
Appointment dekat branch office, go up to HDB and ask. Maybe at the same time you can ask, maybe nama dia is just occupier kat situ. So maybe dia boleh keluarkan, dia boleh apply VTO.
Right.
Tadi ada satu question anyway, belum MOP boleh apply VTO tak? Tak boleh.
Tak boleh. Ni lagi satu ni. Japonista.
Okay, yang mana? Okay, I habiskan yang Prima Donna Collection tu.
Sorry.
Lepas tu dia cakap apa? Ini sebab tu Prima Donna Collection. Nak engage agent, kena tengok agent bertauliah ke tak. That's why you tak mau salah-salah engage agent. Lepas dia cakap, I also don't know why HB agent said she cannot apply alone.
Huh?
She cannot apply alone.
Yalah, how old is she?
Ah,
Mak dia tak boleh apply alone.
Yeah,
Tu kena letak
how old is your
nama.
mom?
Mak dia mesti dah above 35
kan? Takkan 25 kan?
Takkan Prima Donna Collection umur dia 8 tahun.
What does
Kalau dia cakap CPF tak cukup, tapi she mention she's not using
Tak pakai
CPF.
SAF dia.
So tak tally. So a bit.
Ya.
Adakah Makmal ni?
Ya, Makmal pun apa.
Ya, maafkan saya, adakah anda hisap gam? Saya kurang.
Ni macam saya
Okay, daripada Japonesista.
Alright.
Dia cakap I'm paying monthly repayment by cash. So
that's
when
good.
I sell, do I get my sales in cash?
Yes, you get everything in cash.
Yep.
Yep.
Your whatever CPF yang you pakai untuk down payment, itu akan ada accrued interest. So accrued interest kat situ akan potong juga, tapi you dapat more cash lah after that.
Okay.
After the interest will go back to your CPF.
Okay, lihat. Dia kata why HDB agent Siapa HDB agent
Yalah,
Is it HDB?
Busuk sudah.
Is it HDB agent or HDB officer?
HDB officer.
To be clear lah, maybe the HDB officer.
Oh.
So there might be something that is in regards to your application yang tak boleh go through lah.
Okay.
Kita pun tak
Kita
pasti.
pun tak tahu. Orang yang ada their system that can tell.
Yes.
So I just muskil aja lah kenapa.
It's good that you DM us lah. At least
HDB
we can.
officer. Oh, HDB officer.
HDB officer.
Hazel lah.
Dia dah keluar. But that should be a reason why. Because
I mean,
Hello?
Japanese. Thank you.
Oh, ada telefon lagi.
hang. Live pause.
Oh, pause sekejap.
Tak, ni dah habis dah. Kasih.
Tapi kalau dia tak boleh beli.
Cannot be what?
Cannot be.
Some more is 2 room.
Okay.
Then she's not using. Tak pakai loan, tak pakai apa.
Bateri
Then
tinggal 5%.
5%, alright.
Okay, carry on. Maafkan saya. Yeah.
So we are.
Okay,
Okay,
Prima
I'll
Donna
WhatsApp.
Collection cakap I'll WhatsApp you all regarding this. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Japonesista agak bila boleh jual rumah tu? Dia cakap cash, thank you agent, nanti jual kita engage sekalian je.
Boleh.
Bila? Jangan lambat, cepat.
Okay.
Saya kau officer. Saya kau ni HGB.
yes, correct. Betul lah. So
Betul lah.
memang nak
MOP period.
kena.
Okay, so far belum ada soalan yang masuk sekarang ni in this live. So you all want to share any case studies ke yang korang ada, any listings baru yang korang pernah dapat, any complicated cases, any of your experiences yang you all boleh share.
Yeah.
Kau balik lah tadi.
Macam so far yang dekat North Shore area ada orang call.
Ada dua tanya question. So but diorang punya gaji tak stable lah. So I
Yeah.
advise them to just stay put lah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because kalau jual nanti nak beli affected.
Leceh.
And he was having a very nice house
Yeah.
and good facing, good amenities semua kat situ. And then just because you want to cash out and then you sell and buy something else more smaller, because tak ambil loan dapat sikit je.
Faham.
Dia self-employed lah.
Okay.
Apa PHP driver?
Oh,
PHP lah.
dia tak declare tinggi lah. Patut dia declare tinggi lah.
Punggol Coast.
Punggol Coast. Okay, baik. Nak dekat MOP kan? Next year
Betul.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
So apa lagi tunggu?
So
Jual
I
rumah.
tell them to just stay put first
Yeah.
sampai dia dapat stable job, dah ada income, dah kerja 6 bulan, husband and wife. Then plan again.
Okay.
So jangan rushing.
Jangan rushing lah.
Nanti duit tu dapat habis gitu, nanti end of the day lepas tu fikir, alamak, ejen suruh jual dan lepas tu duit aku dah habis.
Yep.
Ejen salah jadi.
Yeah. Faham. Okay.
Okay, daripada Big Shop, beliau katakan apply HFE sendiri or engage korang baru apply HFE.
Engage korang lah.
Boleh insyaAllah.
Call us je.
Ada orang buat sendiri juga. So kita datang, HFP dah siap.
Yeah.
Oh.
So but we need any help, then can just call us lah, kita boleh buatkan. Kai, in department.
Apa dia?
Okay. Ada tu, ada something tu.
Apa dia?
Okay.
Yang ni.
Daripada Sitara, beliau tanya salam semua, husband tahun 1986. Kira husband tahun 1986 dan dia tahun 1990. For resale, eligible tak to buy 1985 to 1986 punya flats?
Sekejap, aku nak kena kira.
Sekejap, kita nak kena kira. Kira Kai. Because
kira.
they will follow the youngest age.
Actually memang eligible. Apa flat pun you nak pakai eligible, nak beli pun eligible. Boleh. Nobody stopping you. Cuma the usage of CPF dengan loan usage tu kena reduce.
Oh.
Yes.
So you kena bayar cash up front, whether ataupun cash dekat belakang-belakang after the loan. Semua kena prorated. Kalau nak based on the calculation, kita nak kena really have detail birth date and then youngest age, berapa birth date, and then remaining list tu exactly berapa. Then only we can advise. And then whether you kena top up upfront cash. Apa yang kau kira kan?
Kira. Nak kira dia ni based on which year?
Husband tahun 1986.
Wife 1990.
So dia ambil yang 1990 is 35 years old, right? 35 years old minus 95, 60 years old. So you must buy something at 60 years old list yang ada untuk berpakai semua CPF.
Yep.
Right. Kai, aku dah jawab lah.
Dah jawab lah Kai. Dah cukup. Okay, terima kasih. Kita di TikTok jangan ke mana-mana, kita akan carry on live. Tetapi
Pasal aku baru buat satu case exactly the same.
biarkan mereka bergaduh. So jangan lupa untuk follow mereka di social media mereka di KHALIFA Realtors. Dan Ji, nombor dia
boleh hubungi talian mereka di 88925882. Sekali lagi jangan lupa WhatsApp mereka dan juga ikuti Facebook, Instagram dan juga TikTok @KHALIFA
Realtors.